like the tech Twitter started flying around with who's our starting five.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on my other Word document. I was like, which notes page is this on? So, I think your ones written in pen right now are Davion Harmon at point guard, Kevin O'Banner, and Fardaws Aimaq.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I would say those three are Sharpie.
Your pen Sharpie, yeah, they're in there sketched in. Point guard spot looks really good with Pop Isaacs backing him up.
Yeah.
And then maybe Clarence giving you some minutes if you need a dog to come in. It's that shooting guard and
Lamar
forward type
Washington,
position.
the other freshman I've heard is going to be kind of a point guard role too, and so
Okay. I didn't know where to pencil him in as like position wise, just combo guard, I guess.
Yeah, I think he ran a lot of point in high school. Like some of these like games that they were playing at the end on these select teams or whatever AAU squads, he was running point for them. And he's a little bit bigger in size, but he has ran the point. So I think I would look for him to be a kind of guy who comes in and runs point for you from time to time. I've heard Pop is got an injury right now, and so they're thinking that's going to set him back a little bit, maybe in the fall, of course.
Did he pop something?
He popped something. A pop.
I couldn't help myself.
But yeah, those
back to our
spots. Those other
back to our starting five. Yeah, we got like a forward and a shooting guard spot open, basically. Adams, he likes to be very versatile, so this isn't a big deal who starts, really. Jalen Tyson's that everybody's already penciling into. Once I got the roster written down, I was like, yeah, he's probably in that three combo type spot.
I think I have him in there because I think if you're the player that you're hoping to get, if he's going to be that, he's going to be starting for you day one. Like, you're kind of expecting him to come in and fill that McCullough or TJ role.
TJ's role is what I'm thinking.
You're expecting him to be a day one starter, and if it's not like that, then I think that kind of gets me a little concerned about his development. But from all things I've heard, like, he looks awesome, and so I think it's a great sign. If he's starting for you on that opening week, that's a good sign for him. And
maybe that's what kind of, I don't know, once I got the roster written out and looked, like, he's one of the few guys left from last year, and he got here in January.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it, I think. Okay, what I was saying about Jalen, that he's been here for half a year, so that helps. But I guess it's just my memory, like, because he's been kind of almost out of the picture for a year, because he barely played at Texas and sat on the bench last year. So I've kind of just forgot about him and what he can do. And so maybe it's just kind of that like recency bias that I haven't seen him lately. I kind of forgot about him, but I do think he could fill in that three spot like TJ.
Yeah, I think that's understandable. Like, you're asking a lot from a guy who's only played like a handful of minutes at the D1 level, and you're asking him to come in and be a key part for you. But from everything I've heard, there was a photo that they posted yesterday where it looks like he's kind of accepted a leadership role, whatever that might look like. So it looks like he's firmly bought into this, and so if all reports that or kind of rumblings I've heard from practice is he looks pretty legit. So that's what I think you just have to hope for is all you're hearing is actually true, and it pans out that he ends up kind of being that guy for you. That fourth spot, or that fifth spot, I guess that we're talking about now. That's the
shooting
big
guard
to me. Who do you think fits into that role?
Yeah, so pretty much our options here are Elijah Fisher, the big-time five-star recruit, Kerwin Walton, who we just got, seeing Demorian Williams, and I guess Lamar Washington could get thrown in there just because he's kind of left in that group. I would tend to lean towards Kerwin at this point just because he's a little more experienced, especially at the higher level. Not to hate on Demorian, but Elijah's going to come in super young, need to pick up on how to play the defense in the system, unless he just blows you out of the water, which would be great. I mean, he blows you out of the water and is starting, that means good things for us. And Kerwin could be a six-man like Brandon was years ago for us. Like, that'd be great. So I tend to lean towards Kerwin at this point.
Yeah, I'm mixed between Kerwin and Demorian Williams. I think either of those at starting isn't a bad thing. I think with, obviously Mark Adams' system is sub in, sub out a lot. So,
Sure.
Whoever's starting the guy who loses out might be in there 2 minutes into the game anyway. So it might not end up mattering who is in that spot. Kind of like with the Jalen Tyson thing, if Elijah Fisher is in that starting spot at the beginning of the year, that means really good things are happening with him. And so that could, that would be an exciting possibility. If he's starting night one, that means that this, Adams and this staff has a lot of confidence in him. So I think you've got a lot of options there. That's what's exciting.
You're so deep this year, and we thought we were going to be kind of deep last year. We ended up being pretty decent, but this year's team, the depth is even more, and the talent is higher.
I think that's
what's crazy.
Higher. Yeah,
you doubled up on both ends of it. Like, you have more dudes that are better than the dudes last year. Like, just straight out. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's exciting, and you have a lot of youth this year. You were really old last year, and that experience is really nice, and you're going to have that, experience again this year, but you're going to have some of that youth mixed in, which is nice. I think some of our best teams, you look at it, you had that mixture of old guys and young guys coming in and contributing as well. So that's kind of what I'm looking at with this roster. It's really exciting. It's fun to speculate about who's going to be starting. Who knows what those final two spots are going to be, but it's fun to talk about.
Here's another X factor. He's not going to start, but what's Daniel Bacho going to evolve into? Because he gave you a lot of good minutes last year, and he has a lot of ceiling to get to. He's a backup center for you right now, but man, he could. I don't know where he could go, but there's doors wide open for him.
I think you've got three huge X factors this year. Bacho, what his development and improvement is. KJ Allen, if he can come in and kind of be like a Marcus Santos Silva type for you, really hustle, make some of those plays. Like we've always said, Mark Vital, that Baylor kid, be that. If he could come in, do that for you in spurts, and then for me, it's Lamar Washington, the rookie coming in, or freshman who coming in, freshman, same thing. And he can be an X factor for you because all things that I've heard is he's already got a D1 body. Really good shooter, but really good at creating offense for other players. So I think you've got a lot of dudes who can come in and be players for you. And that, like you said, we've just got a lot of depth and talent. So
that's good that we're deep and talented because go ahead. You saw us last year, we had some guys get injured for a good part of the year, and we were able to win games because we still had guys to back them up, and our depth didn't go to super shit. I mean, unless you get COVID for half the team. But, same thing this year. We get even two guys out of this rotation that go out, we're okay. You don't lose a beat with any of that going out. We're not missing anything there, so that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's exciting times. Mark Adams doesn't rebuild. He reloads. You lost a lot of guys. You just fill it back up with a bunch of others. Cheers.
Also love Kerwin Walton's name. That's a great name, Kerwin. And he's got the mini afro. He's got a cool look to him. So cheers. Here's to Kerwin joining the squad.
Hope he splashes a lot of threes for us. Hope this offense is able to splash a lot of threes.
Catch y'all at the next tailgate.